to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is Colin McGuigan for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, joined with the USA, David Beckham here, Eddie Hearn.
I don't know if you're winding me up about that story.
Nah, some woman's asked me in the crowd, I'm sitting in the row behind Eddie, and she's asked me, is that David Beckham? She's an American woman. I've said, yeah.
I didn't know if you were winding me up, but I'll take it. I'll take it, to be fair.
Eddie, crazy ending to that. Talk to me about it.
It was a great fight, and it was turning into a tremendous fight. And obviously, Montana Love gets cut. Like, the ref and the doctors, they didn't really give me much confidence in the way they handled that, to be honest with you. And then Montana come out. He shouldn't have done what he did. He pushed Stevie Sparks against the ropes. The elbows were up a little bit. He pushed, against the ropes. They went backwards, and the momentum took him out of the ring. He didn't pick him up. He didn't throw him out of the ring. And the ref just jumped in immediately and crossed his hands. And I looked at the ref as if to say, have you disqualified him? And listen, fair play to Stevie, because Stevie got up from, he landed on his feet, but still a lot of people would have rolled around on the floor and thought, this is my way out. He wanted to win the fight convincingly, and he didn't get the opportunity to do so. So it's a massive win for him, but I just felt like the ref probably robbed us of 2, 3, 4 rounds that would have been absolute warfare, because Montana Love had to fight because of the cut. And I'm disappointed that a good fight could have ended up being a tremendous fight. And although, like I said, Stevie won, there's still probably the part of him that thinks, I would have liked to try to finish the job, because he boxed really well and dropped Montana Love in a second.
Obviously as well, whenever the doctor got up on the ring apron, it was a strange sequence of events, because it looked as if he called it off for a second, then he didn't. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I just, the doctor got up, he sort of looked a bit lost, as you said. They didn't fill me with tremendous confidence there. The fight went on, and literally 10 seconds later, obviously Montana's raging. Like, he's thinking, I've got headbutted, I could lose this fight, I need to press the action, I need to go for it. And a bit of red mist, but, it was unfortunate they ended up out of the ring, to be honest with you. But, I felt like it was a poor decision, and I guess the commission will review that video evidence early next week.
And what happens there then? Do you think that there will be a call for an immediate rematch? And would it be here back in Cleveland, or would it have to be in Australia?
I'd like to. I think Stevie's in a great position now. Obviously, he's won the fight. He's going to be world ranked everywhere. But Montana Love's going to want that rematch. I don't know what the commission do. They could rule the fight a no contest. Unlikely, I guess. But it's been done before. But I just feel like it was a poor decision at this level. Like when you got two guys trying to fight for a world title with everything on the line, I just felt it was harsh.
Talk to me at the start of tonight. Beatrice Ferreira made her debut. Yeah. Unbelievable performance from her.
Yeah, she rushed her work a little bit, but I think ultimately she was looking for the knockout. I think that 6-2s would have been maybe better than 4-3s. I know she wanted to do the 3 minutes, but I felt like a couple more rounds would have given her a great opportunity to get her out of there. But you could see and hear the punches land. You knew that she really is heavy-handed. She's going to be a lot of great action. She's a great character as well, and she can really fight. And she's going to be back out December 3rd in Phoenix.
How does she adapt then to the 2-minute rounds? Because obviously it's a change going from 3.
Yeah, I think that she wants the opportunity to stop her opponent. She fought a good opponent tonight, 5-0, very good amateur. She beat Michaela Meyer in the amateurs, etc. She's a good fighter. But sometimes she was too keen for the knockout. It's not always going to come, especially in women's boxing. But I like 6-2s because I just feel like it gives you more sessions to get your work done.
Richardson, Hitchens and Raymond Ford with 2 impressive performances. What can we see from them next, and how soon will they be back out?
Yeah, I thought Richardson, Hitchens boxed well. Obviously coming into the Lions Den really with the Montana Love beef, and also I thought Ray Ford was tremendous. I thought a very, very tough Zakaria Lucas, and you always want to finish the job with a knockout like that. Sometimes you can just grind out a points win, but at the same time, it's really good to get a showreel knockout, and that's what he got. So. Big performance from him, and a tremendous fight between Tapia and Matisse. Brilliant fight. One of the fights of the year, and tremendous action as well on before the bell. Some really good fights.
Dalton Smith over in England tonight put in a great performance. Do you think he will re-sign with Matchroom, and what's the plan for him going forward then?
Yeah, I believe so. Look, he's a headline act in Sheffield, and he's done that. He's had a tremendous year, and I think he's on the way to changing his life, and that's financially. That's also becoming a quality fighter, a world level fighter, win that Lonsdale belt outright, and then move on to European and world honours. And I believe he'll do it.
The IBF have ordered Hrgovic and Usyk tonight. Do you think that fight happens next, or does maybe Hrgovic step aside and let Fury Usyk happen?
I mean, look, I already spoke to some people involved in that fight who obviously quite upset that it's going to stop Fury Usyk for now. But at the same time, it's nothing to do with me. We represent Filip Hrgovic, and we don't represent Tyson Fury or Usyk at the moment. And we've got a job to do for Filip Hrgovic, which was obviously he won the final eliminator. He's mandatory. The IBF have called that. We've said we're not willing to negotiate. This is a request of the team, and want to have immediate purse bids. That's within the rules of the IBF, and that means you cannot get an exception. So the only way you can get an exception is if Filip Hrgovic says he's willing to give an exception, and he doesn't want to give an exception because he wants to fight for the world title. So we'll see what happens. But the IBF are very good at enforcing their mandatories, and they've just followed their rules here. That's all.
There's obviously the big fight in Phoenix, but have Matchroom got anything else planned US-wise?
Yeah, in January and February, but that's tonight, and then December 3, Estrada Chocolatito, and then we start again probably Jan 21st over here, looking to go in January, February, and in March as well. And it's going to be a busy year for us. Obviously, we've got Dillian White against Franklin on November 26th, and then Estrada Chocolatito, and then back for a big fight in Leeds with Warrington against Lopez and Ebony Bridges against O'Connell.
Thanks, Eddie. See you in Phoenix. Appreciate it.
I'm going to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something. Completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from it, and this has been like a therapy session.